Test, test, test. All right, there we go. How are you folks doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? A little late for me today. Little late, but here we are. Had the IEM Grand Finals today, and that's what I was doing with my morning. Took a little bit less time than I thought. I didn't think I was going to be streaming today, but it looks like I'll have just enough time to get some work done that I so desperately needed to get done. So that's good. So today's going to be kind of boring. Basically going to be doing some HDMI port swaps here in these PS4s because they finally showed up for me. And then we're going to move over to a Switch that I was working on last week and replace M92 on it. And I might take a look at another Switch if I have the time. That I think is either has a dead fan or potentially has a blown fan diode that I need to replace. So, anyways, let's kind of crack on into this repair here. Let me get some of these ports pulled out of my suitcase here. Let's see. So, two brand new ports. Keep this pulled up for now. Okay, so these are the same PS4s I've been kind of working on off and on past couple of weeks. And this one that I'm pulling out right now, this one, the signal is absolutely not making it. And the other one was intermittent. And now the other one was, that one came with a damaged HDMI port. This one did not, but it was giving me incorrect signal or something like that. Basically, I don't think my monitor could understand the resolution or whatever resolution the thing was trying to put out. It was just completely wrong. All right, so we're gonna just put these thermal pads over here on the hard drive and rescue them later. I think I ended up losing one of the damn things. This one was surprisingly clean. What is this? I need a T7 or T8 on these. I can never remember. This particular console is pretty beat up. So either the person that was working on it didn't really know what they were doing, or... Uh-oh. What did I just do? Oh, I was right. So what is this thing so rounded that... You can't even really see. Oh, it's fucked. There we go. So there's this. Sorry, I was kind of out of frame. I'm really just kind of pulling the last little bits of this apart. I don't know. The screw stuck in here, and this metal shielding right here is actually bent, which feels great. I might end up just keeping this particular console for myself, and then just using it as a... Oh, god dang it, Justin, you moron. All those thermal pads just fell. That's alright, not a huge deal. I've got plenty of replacements. There's 4. So I'm still missing a bunch, but bought a huge pack of uncut thermal pad, so I'd always have some on hand. Just shaking myself out here to see if any get stuck to me. I think I got all of them. Not a huge deal. Just me not paying attention as per usual, which always feels good. Okay, so that's, boy, you stop working on these things for just a little while and you forget how to take them apart. I forgot you got to pull the PSU out first and then the motherboard will follow. Okay, there's the PSU, which I think on this one I actually managed to repair the PSU. Which I was pretty surprised about, because generally PSU repair does not go very well. Just looking over, this was the victim of a very, very minor bug infestation as well. Can't remember, I think this one I did pull a single, I mean a literal single dead cockroach out of. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the thermal paste on it anyway. Alright, so here's the HDMI port in question. And to get this off, we're just gonna lean the board on the edge of the table here, counterweight it, then we'll take our microscope here, and we're gonna get some better focus going. And there she is, right there. All right, looks good. So let's get this out of inspection mode. Screwdriver away. Now for this one, I'm actually going to just not use a nozzle. A little bit easier without the nozzle on this one. Now I actually do crank up the temp here. We're going to go to 460. And then we'll hit a 60% airflow. Get me a pair of tweezers real quick. Just to pull the port off. Just gonna make sure I got a good counterweight. I do. Okay. Oh, let's just get to going. Put a little music on the stream today because, quite honestly, I was getting a little sick of not having some tunes. Alright, so again, if I end up melting the plastic in this, no huge deal. Fortunately, these boards are super thick and they take a while to heat up. Should probably I like to usually put a little bit of flux just to watch it bubble, because that kind of helps me track when the solder should be wetting. I'm just kind of hoping. Getting there. Starting to see a little bit of getting a decent wiggle, but that right hand side is... There we go. Took a little bit longer than anticipated. Just because how thick these boards are, it's pretty kind of crazy how much heat they can actually absorb. No. It's usually not too good to grab a freshly removed port with your bare hands, so that kind of hurt. Anyway, what we're going to do quickly is just inspect the other side for damage. Look good. There's some SMDs right there, but we're nowhere really near that. Looks okay. I'm just gonna get a better look this way. So, pretty sure that's just plastic. Nothing there for anything to really solder into, so I doubt that is anything important. Looks like it's just kind of either factory flux or it's just some factory flux. So we'll clean these through holes up a little bit. We'll clean the pads. Let's get an appropriate tip on the iron. And we'll prep the area for the new port. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like... No, I don't... That's weird. I think that's a factory port. I don't think I changed this one already. Just very odd to see so little solder in the through holes. It's what kind of is getting me on this one. It's not a huge deal, but it actually makes my life a lot easier because I have less I've got to suck through. I'll try with the iron, and if anything, I'll just heat up the ye old solder sucker. Okay, so we're going to just hit this up with a little bit of flux first. Okay. Alrighty, and then we'll just quickly just run a soldering iron over it real quick, and then fill this with we're going to be wicking all this away anyway. I'm just kind of trying my best to make my life a little easier here. Boy, this is dark today for some reason. Alright, let's see here. Let's just grab some wick. So this is some solder braid I'm about to use. Basically what this does, it'll pull up all the solder from the pad, so I can just replace everything with brand new stuff. I have to trim this because I was doing some funky stuff with it last week to get to some BGA pads that were very, very tight. So now we've got some fresh braid here. Same thing, just kind of put the braid over the pad, and you just want to kind of let things glide. You don't want to actually like scrub, just let the heat do the work. And you'll feel the braid just nicely glide over these pads. Very cool. Okay. So let's see if we can get some of these up. I might have some luck. Probably not. As I thought. These through holes are often a giant pain in the ass. And I think what I did last time, I could do it again too. I might end up just doing this method of using hot air and my solder sucker at the same time. This thing just takes forever and a day to preheat. It's so annoying. Alright, I'm trying to keep an eye on my microphone this week because it just keeps dying on battery on me, and I'm not sure if the one that I'm using was fully charged or not. So hopefully this stays charged throughout the couple hours I'll be streaming today. It is going to be much shorter stream today. And hopefully next weekend I'll be back full strength. I had to yet again postpone my mod Saturdays for some real life problems that I was dealing with, so I'm hoping that those are all. Are you done now? Yes, you're done. I think they're all said and done, so I should be able to get back to that next week. Okay, so first things first. Not good enough. So I'm gonna have to counterweight the board with the soldering iron here and try not to melt my fingers off while doing so. Okay. And we should get a roller chair for this. Make life a little bit easier. So you might see what I was talking about before with watching that flux bubble. Kind of gives me a much better indication of where the board temp is at. Because these port areas, they absorb a lot of heat. So if you're ever working on these boards, just know that they're nice and thick, so just gotta take your time. Okay, so now yeah, it's not really working too well, huh? Okay. Do the old school method here. It just does not want to cooperate with me right now. So we have the board heated up. I'm wondering if maybe I could just come in with the braid now and try again. Normally, did I end up getting through these sides over here? Are these clear? I think they are. Alright, well, Guess we'll try the heat and wick method real fast. Never hurts, but just use some fresh braid. Okay, get some fresh flux on the board real quick. Now we're just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna grab ourselves a little bit of braid here. Okay. Iron. Okay. Yeah, I might even bump this all the way up to 480 if I feel like I need to, or maybe even go up to like a higher airflow. Can help. I'm just hoping the additional heat from the bottom kind of work in tandem with the soldering iron here. There we go, got one side. Yeah, that's my own fault. Should have used the second piece of braid I had for the top hole. I just dropped it, of course. Ah, dang it. Why make my life easy on myself, huh? Crap. Well, I guess we can just cut a new piece of braid. That was the whole point of having two pieces ready. What the heck? What? Shit just hit my floor and gotta do this. It just blended in so perfectly. Alright. Try this again here. Okay. Top portion clear. For real this time, and then we'll work to get the bottom clear now. Unless you have to do this, the better. So you still want to oversaturate the board with heat, but unfortunately these ground planes and whatnot are just so I really should be using tweezers for this, but I'm just being lazy right now. Okay. Grab the wand again. On. Braid separated too much. And I need a little bit more flux here. So what? easier. There we go. All right. There we go. Admittedly took far longer than it should have, but now we gotta go and finish the job here, so to speak. Okay, let's go. Let's spit solder braid their way. Okay, let's get some. Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is just clean up all this nasty burnt flux real fast. Yeah, either I did that or the metal shielding on the Ethernet port is a little wonky right now. I mean, everything else looks fine. I know the components are still there. Okay. So let's just quick little clean up. Yeah. We got things cleaned up as good as I need. That goes through. Yeah. Still a little something still in the other holes, but I'm not too concerned about it because it was so thin that. So now we just got to prep these pads, and we're going to add a little bit more leaded solder to them. And I'm kind of tempted, and I might do it this time. I might actually fill the ground holes as well. I normally don't do that. And the reason that I normally don't do that is because it usually takes a lot more heat. But in this case, it might be warranted. Just kind of, there we go. Make sure we got a good amount of flux on all these pads. And just go up. Oh. Make sure we get good contact here. This light is killing me. I can't see no matter what I do. Right now things are so burny. Yeah, so I've got some. Just put more in there real quick. just try it this way. I've got plenty of ports. I need to... There we go. All right. Let's click that crap off. Same thing.
Check. All right. Well, boy, I love these little microphones, but I think I'm going to have to suck it up and just get a powered mic, because, quite honest, these things dying on me in the middle of a stream is really effing annoying. They're cheap, but this is cheap grill. That's right. Pull that out real quick. All right, so let's just go fix my oopsie here. And again, I was saying this when my mic was shut off. So there's this diode that's behind here, and I was pretty sure from what I remember that it was not needed to produce video, but test. But I guess I'm wrong. Maybe? I don't know. So we've got this diode that I knocked off right back here. You can see that. Oh, those two little pads right there, which, again, I just don't see how this would stop anything from working. I really don't. Now, I guess I could real quick. I still don't like the look of that one pin that's off its pad. Like, it's just not driving too well with my brain right now. It's always got to be one damn pin. I'll run a quick diode test, and I'm gonna break out board here real quick. Quick continuity test as well. Basically, gonna just check to see if anything is missing. All right, so we're gonna do quick continuity real quick. So basically, none of these pins should be touching each other. Let's just skip the freaking cables up view here. Okay. So 2 and 5, unless that's a ground. This 2 could be a ground. This is what I want to do. Which, real quick, which one's pin 2? Is this pin 2 right here? Does indeed look to be a ground. Do I have a break? See, this is the pin right here that's concerning me the most. And as far as that's a ground? No, the pin next to it's a ground. See, we're not shorted. This is not happy or making me happy. And this guy too is a little funky, but he looks fine. Oh no, he's not fine. Look at that. Okay. Well, that could be my issue. That could be my issue. Let's go ahead and see about maybe getting that guy soldered in properly. That do the trick. No, it did not. Okay. Huh. That's not what I wanted to do. Trying to push. Down a little bit. Sometimes they get a little lifted, but thinking now that should be okay. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to go through double check everything. I mean, that very well could have been why we weren't getting a signal. You got to make sure that all of your pins are solid. So I guess sanity check after this is going to be to plug everything back and try one more time. I don't think that was it. I could be 100% wrong. But you never know. So let's just go ahead and try again. You know, better safe than sorry. And that way, I'm not going to waste my time with trying to hack that diode connection together. Kind of would help to remove that breakout board as well. Okay. Okay, so let's try this again, shall we? I mean, whoa, what a giant pain in the butt this guy's been. This is, and again, this is supposed to be my easy job of the day, and it's looking like it's going to be my only job of the day. I might forge ahead and do the other one too, and just at least clear it off my plate. I want to get these PS4s off my floor is really kind of what I'm trying to do here today. Move them to a completed state, so to speak. Alright, so we got that good enough. And we're gonna go ahead and get our PSU plug back in. Ugh, it's just not a good day for me today. I don't know. You just have those days. Sometimes like things just they go effortlessly, and then sometimes they're just everything is fighting against you. You know, non-stop, just fighting against you. Like this connector, I think is not. Yes, see, fighting against me. Okay. And then last but not least, we've got the supply for the DVD drive. Almost to the CD-ROM. Can't tell you, I think what was it? Pretty sure PS3 moved up to DVDs. Can't remember the last generation of consoles that actually used CD. It might have been like the Xbox at PS2 era. One of the greatest eras in gaming. Once again, we're gonna 5-volt supply on the board first. And 5-volt supply into the PSU. Got it. Yeah, I was just not happy, whatever the reason. Okay, squeeze me, baking powder. There we go. A little power supply for the fan did not want to go back right. Okay, so now we're gonna power button hooked in. And then we're gonna fidget the damn hard drive again. This guy did a number on the hard drive tray, so it's a little wonky getting that hard drive to slot right. All right. So my guess is that we're still going to see a blue screen on this, and I don't know. It's getting to the point where I'm caring less and less about this thing because I've paid next to nothing for it for now obvious reasons, but you know, you just take a gamble sometimes, and lesson learned. Nah, blue screen. That's what I. Oh. Oh. Is it going to give me the not supported message, or? Well, that was it. That was what was causing the signal not to go through, but Yeah, it's black screen. Oh, did it short this? No? Okay. Try this again here. No? Well, we made some progress. Could be that diode. I mean, I guess. Well, I'll be right back. Alright, well, we still have a black screen. So, could be a couple of things here. I'm gonna try booting into safe mode. Then I'm gonna swap the hard drive out because I don't know, I don't really trust this hard drive, to be quite honest, but holding this down to the second beep. Never got the second beep. I just like the way that the noises this hard drive is making is just not very healthy. Now, the other problem that we're having here is that this power button is so... Come on. Get me in a safe mode. There we go. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it is that diode. I don't know why I would need a diode across those two planes, but... Man, we've made some real good progress with this thing, but it is just like getting to the point of just not worth it at this point. But we're going to try with a spare hard drive I've got from an 1115A, which actually, you know, the weird thing is this won't... never mind, I can't really do that because... the hard drive... Well, I guess I could, maybe? Oh, I can. Okay, well, we'll give it a whirly-gig. I really don't think the hard drive is going to be the issue on this. Very well could be. It could be the drive is failing and it's not allowing it to actually kind of boot, but I think that wouldn't cause a white light. I think you get a pulsing blot on that. That's still, this hard drive's making the same sound as the last one was. Getting various shades of flickering black here, though. It's hard for you to see it, but it is flickering. Okay, well, so I know it's not the hard drive. I know it's gotta be either component level or I don't know. I don't know if I'd really be willing to replace the encoder on this. This is kind of just more of a, I really just kind of want to get this to work just because type of thing. Not like I'm gonna be making any money off of this, or this is a customer build. If this is a customer build, I would have been a hell of a lot more careful than I was. You know, end of the day, it could just be that stupid diode. And we're going to do something I don't really suggest anyone do, which is just jump it, because diodes really are only meant to prevent current from going in, or to restrict current into one and only one direction. So, really, they are very useful, and you know, I'm a very big proponent of, if it's there, it's probably needed, but that's not always the case. You know, there are plenty of times when the engineers realize that the parts that they put on the board are not necessary. That's why you'll see board revisions that are missing components, because they're not needed. To be fair, this thing has just been fighting me
fighting me. I think this one even had a broken power buttons that I replaced, and it sure did. So let's go ahead and create a little jumper wire here and do stuff. Let's just do stupid shit, huh? Let's just do some stupid shit. What do you think, guys? Just ready to do some stupid shit? Alright, let's do this real quick. Alright. Come on, focus now. Smile on your brother. There we go. So, those two pads right there. One of those... I legitimately don't see what me putting a jumper there is going to do for anything. I really don't. Because, let's be real here, we got the capacitor right above it, which would be doing its job. Nope, that last pin, which I think this is a ground anyway. But we'll go ahead and tap that. Must have missed it because I can't see it from that top angle. That's just a ground though. That's not important. That's not my problem. And we'll go ahead and solder those in. I guess it would kind of help if a soldering iron was up to this temperature because it fell asleep on me. Okay, we got you in there. Okay. I just don't think... This is the pad. When I looked at it, I was like, there's not enough solder on that pad. And sure as shit, there is not enough solder on that pad. I really, really, really don't think that is my issue. And the reason I say that is because that is undoubtedly a ground. And I think all I'm doing here right now is potentially creating bridges. Alright, that's soldered. That seems to be bridged now, which sucks, but... Alright, we'll get you fixed up. Let's get you fixed up. Boy, it's been a day of bridging this damn connector over and over again. Alright. Melt the plastic a little bit, that's fine. I'm just kind of getting a little frustrated with this thing, but we should no longer have a bridge there, and we could test that real quick because that's what that diode was bridging. So like basically what I should not have a beat between here and here, but I should have a beat there. Yes. So I don't. These are not bridged. And I'm convinced. Oh, maybe that wasn't a ground. Okay. Okay, so well, what pin would that be then? It's breakout board time. I know you guys really can't see shit. So I've got a nice little USB or HDMI breakout board.
And I want to figure it out. I do kind of need this. Right there. And then all I'm really doing is I just want to figure out what pad on the breakout board this pin all the way at the end goes to. Can't see. Okay. So this guy right here. Make sure you're on the ground. 19. Okay, well that looks like it was necessary. So I feel dumb. So 19 is not ground. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll give it a try again. I mean, it feels like a waste of time, but it is possible, I guess, if that wasn't really a ground, for it to cause no signal. And it is pretty important that pins that are connected are connected. You know, that's a thing. In case y'all did not know, making sure your pads that need to stay connected are connected is pretty important. Anywho, gotta check my microphone again, make sure it's still on. It is. And pull you like so. And a little screws. Two of them. No, I'm doing this all off screen. It's just a little bit quicker for now, anyway. You know, the kind of nice thing about this type of work is that you get real used to how things come on and go, or go off and come on again, or get put back on again. So when you do start to work on them, you get the disassembly and reassembly process done. Oh, that's freaking broken. That's amazing. I don't think it matters. Stuck it somewhere stupid. Oh, I left it up here. I wonder if we could do it the stupid way. Oh, no, we're gonna do it my way. I like doing the board first, and then. All right, so let's grab you. Let's grab you. And I just, you know, like, oh, that just diode. What the heck? I'm missing the cable. Oh, there you are. It doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever. Because if it was connecting two planes and it was the only passive connecting two planes, then I could make an argument for whether or not that is actually a needed thing. Because obviously, if it needs to make the connection to the plane, all right, we'll fiddle around that crap later. That's a little inconsequential right now. Okay, that clip back in. And then we're going to just go ahead and slot you back in. Alright. The fan hook back up. Gotcha. And we'll get the button put into place here.
It's supposed to go like this, is it? Maybe it is. Didn't think it was. Pretty sure. I don't want the. Whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay. So now, the moment of truth. Do we watch this fail again for the 5,000th time? I think we will. Do not have any faith. I am faithless. I am faithless that this is going to work. But we shall forge ahead and try anyway. I don't want to. Nah. Ha! Well, folks, I'm an idiot. But, you know, for those who are longer time viewers of this channel, then you'll quite understand the saying that my name of my channel is not a joke. Cool! Got this one working. Only took me 2 freaking hours. Okay, so now we need to do the old. Oh boy. Let's see, where are you hooked into? You are not hooked into anything, which is amazing. And I do have a PS4 controller right here. And we're going to attempt right now to get to the home screen. I want to see what's on this hard drive. So moment of truth. That's kind of hard for you guys to see that. Restart the PS4. Now it might be on permanent safe mode because of that hard drive or whatever is making that hard drive do whatever the hell it's doing, but it's restarting right now. It does go into safe mode automatically when you do stupid shit with pulling the power cord without shutting it down properly. I think it's something struggling on that hard to read the hard drives properly because checking the system storage status. Okay, that's a good sign. Sure would be nice to get this off my floor, let me tell you. Alright. Another restart? Yeah. Back to the blue light.
That's fine. I mean, this feels all kind of normal to me. There's the PlayStation logo. Welcome back to PlayStation. Alright, we got some users on here. Look at this. Star Wars Battlefront, Blocks 3, Playroom, Fallout 4, and Siege. So do we have any of these games work? Oh, this looks like it's digital. Okay. Well, it's not asking me for a disc, so that's a good thing. Huh. Okay. Cool. Now, can I just turn you off? All right, close the application. Okay. That's the fan kind of making a funky noise there. Okay, now we're gonna power options for this. We're gonna shut you off gracefully. And that way we won't have to frickin' deal with safe mode anymore. Alright, folks. Well, just goes to show you how important it is to make sure that all of your connections that need to be soldered are soldered. Because this one was literally just a case of me being an idiot. Now, I still don't know why it refused to let that port drop on easily. I'm glad we stuck with it. Because I was getting frustrated. Now, I guess that's just kind of lesson learned for me in the future. That I should just kind of apply heat while I'm putting the port in. So I think what we're going to do is, because the thermal paste is a little wonky on this right now, I'm going to reapply, clean and reapply. And hopefully that'll help us keep the system cool. And I'll just kind of put her back together as much as I can, because like I said, I'm missing so many effing screws for this thing that it's not really funny. But there was enough to kind of make it work. And I'm probably just in the end gonna turn this into like just a test machine or whatnot. Put this one to the side so I don't sell it on mistake. Or maybe if I do sell it, I'll do a giveaway or something like that. And man, this thermal paste was still so good. Probably didn't need to do this. I'm a little bit anal about thermal paste though. It's one of those things where it's like you just don't want to take chances, and make sure you've got plenty. So just to kind of talk while I'm working here, I've got some really interesting projects coming down the pipe. Picked up a Turbo Express, which is
was NEC's portable TurboGrafx, and that one's coming to me hopefully next week. And I got a screen upgrade for that, as well as a recap that we're going to have to do on it. And the screen upgrade is also on its way to me, although he has not shipped it yet, which is kind of fine. And we have a couple of Atari Lynxes that are sitting patiently waiting for, one's waiting for a screen upgrade. Both are going to be recapped, and they're both going to have their power systems upgraded to better parts, because apparently one of the weaker parts of the Lynx was that power system. So basically bought a kit that's got I think it's a transistor, jack, a couple Zener diodes, and that way someone can plug it into the wall and not have to worry about the parts burning out and damaging the system, because apparently the power system on the Lynx is very, very poorly designed, and surges and overvoltages will 100% make it to places they're not supposed to be, so it fries your SoC pretty quickly. And unfortunately, there is no fixing that without donor parts or just putting in a new motherboard. So that's a little sad. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to upgrade those parts just to prevent that. And we're going to keep the one with the screen mod for myself. Oh, shoot. Now that's right? Yeah, that's right. 2, 3. So we're going to need to find my bag of thermal pads here, which I said I had, and I actually have to locate now. I might have stuck it somewhere stupid, along with my copper tape, which is gone. Well, there they are, completely missing, which really hurts, because it's pretty close to repairing this one board, and I need the copper tape to do it, and I can't find it. So basically what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to find a piece that has, I think it's this one right here. You want to try to match the thickness of these thermal pads. So let's just grab a factory one. Yes, sir. Basically, out of these, I think I'm only going to get one per strip. So these are thermal pads I'm using. Oh, actually, I get multiple. Amazon, and it was like $10 for a bag of these. Now you can spend more for pre-cut strips if you want. I like these, honestly. They come with varying thicknesses. My primary use for these is I actually kind of use them to protect plastic parts. So when I'm using hot air, I won't melt connectors now. Do that. So all I'm doing here, and I'll show you on camera in just a second, is I'm basically just lining the original pad up onto the cut, and that way when I trim, so I do this, and then I do this. Now again, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because they basically just have to be enough to cover
cover the top of the RAM chip here, and it just helps to dissipate the heat to the big metal shield that I'm going to be putting on top of it. And I think I only needed 2, but I think actually I'm lying on that. I think I needed 3. Right. Sticking my finger on that one. Bam. Yes, I needed 3. So I need to cut 1 more, which we can do pretty easily. Just do this. And I'm going to do 1 more here. Okay. Perfect. Perfection. All right. And so now if I need more of these, I can know to grab this notched one, and I'll have the exact thickness I need. Again, it won't matter. You might be better off going a little thicker versus thinner. Because I guess it doesn't hurt to have more thermal absorption versus less. Honestly, can't really think of a case where RAM overheating was a huge issue. But these chips do get very, very warm, so you do need them. They are a good thing to have. Oh, I guess I need another one. Huh. Okay. And I'll go back in and just do exactly what I just said. Now we'll just take this last pad here. There they are. Scissors. And dang. Should be fine. I don't know how many of you all out there are Counter-Strike fans, but my lord, the tournament that just went on was phenomenally good on the last couple of days. Well, I guess Friday was a little boring. Saturday's matches were, geez, that phase match was something. That phase match yesterday should have been what the grand final was today. It went to like quintuple overtime, and they're just playing so fast and loose. It's kind of not used to seeing that type of Counter-Strike at the pro level. Okay. That'll be the last one there. You got you going. And we need to shove you up. So this, you can't really see because it's off screen, so I'll open it up a little bit here. So this guy right here is kind of what ejects the disc. This connects to the little PCB that houses the eject button for the disk drive. Okay, got that into place. Then this needs to go into place, and this goes just like. Let's go like this. No. That's not right. It feels right, but it's not. This way? Or is it this way? Kind of feels like it should go like this, but that's not right either. That's the only way that... No, it's got to go. So it's got to catch the actual light. That's the light bar. See this? I think actually it does go like this, because that, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's how it's about to go. So there's a little post. And then there's the... Now I gotta make sure I'm not losing these. I swear I struggle with these stinking thermal pads more than anything else. I just don't ever want to stay put. So that's where that's supposed to go. And that goes there. Right. Yes. Yes, sir. Just like that. Theoretically, this is supposed to be glued to the top lid, but it does tend to come off a lot. Now I think I'll do this because my life will be a lot easier for it. We're gonna have to like sparingly like screw this in. I'm really not joking when I say that this thing came with like virtually no effing screws. So perfect. That's locked into place now as best as it can be. Just doesn't feel like it's fitting. This is fitting in there, right? I swear to God, there's no way that's going like that. One 100% goes like this. I don't like the way that power button feels. I've got a spare. I'm gonna go try to grab the spare and see if maybe that feels a little bit better. Meow. Little one saying hello. She's been sleeping. Now she's awake. Oh, you awake now, huh, kitty? Alright. Oddly enough, I bought these for another unit I worked on that ended up being very similar with the problems in that it's had a broken power button. So
Now I swear to God, slides in like this. It just doesn't feel right. I don't think it's the button. There's something I am doing and I'm not doing it properly. Push it off this side. Let's just take a look. I'm curious now because there's really not much to these frickin' power buttons. They're just it's like it just doesn't seem like it's making good enough contact. I feel like it is. Okay. It's fine. It's just not a very tactile click. So it doesn't really feel like it's in there. Oh, fuck me. Well, that's what I get for not doing this part first. So all those thermal pads I just cut are probably going to have to get put back into place because I just saw a bunch fall off. Because I like doing things out of order. Or in my defense, I actually thought I'd already done this part, but apparently I have not. Okay, well, not a huge deal. Slide you on in. I know all this is terribly off camera right now, but I don't really think that me slotting in ribbon cables is all that really excited or needs to be seen. Oh, it didn't work. Of course, I've actually got to do it right. Just make sure that middle one that you lift up the bail and push back down when the cable's in the slot. It's the only one on that side that you've got to worry about doing that. Okay. Then hopefully this is the last time that I ever have to slot this damn power supply back in. Now the cable's around here somewhere, because... Oh look, is that a missing thermal pad? Could be. Once again. 5-volt supply to the board, then to the PSU. Okay, then it kind of just gets squished into place. Then we examine all of our missing thermal pads. We've got this guy. We've got this guy. Who sucked up a broken FPC connector. Come on. Well, we are missing plenty now. Alright, so we're missing 2. Okay, not a big deal. Around here somewhere. Either that or just cut new ones because I'm so tired of dealing with these damn things.
Maybe just cut new. Just to save myself the time. I just don't want them floating around on the inside of the console if they got stuck anywhere. I don't really see them. Do this real quick and double check. They're not stuck on anything. They're not. They just decided to go bye-bye. God dang it. Bruh. Alright. 2 more. Part of me feels that a lot of my jobs would be so much easier if I actually had legitimate room. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Oh, there's one anyway. Alright, screw it. All those are covered. So at this point, I can do this, because this will make my life a little bit easier since this hard drive is a little janky. And so I'm legitimately missing so many screws, it's hilarious. Well, you know, they did keep this one, surprisingly. At least the hard drive will stay somewhat secured, even though that's stripped. Lord. Alright. So now, I believe it goes just like this, right? Uh-oh. Why does it go like this? I was pretty sure that covers the hard drive bay. Yeah, that would make sense. Go like that. It is fighting me right there. Do I have the light bar definitely goes. No? Definitely doesn't. Okay. Okay, so I was wrong about that. Well, that's what I get for making assumptions. The only reason I'm putting this back together is because, like I said, I've had these things in pieces, and I'm tired of them being on my floor or wherever in various states of disrepair. Yeah, I'm an idiot. That's how it's supposed to go. Okay. Let's glue that into place, so to speak. Gotcha. Now, we are missing literally all of like the black screws, and pretty much all the weird shaped screws are gone. So all the ones that do straight metal to metal. I think that is not the right size for it. should be. And that also includes, I think I don't have any of the power supply screws. This guy, I believe, goes like that. Hold at least one half of you in there, like so. Trying to like get all, at least get all the corners down so the thermal paste will make decent enough contact. Right. So we got a couple. So like some of these odd size screws. I know 2 of those are going to go to this weird metal shield. Screw right here. I do appreciate Sony at least demarking where fasteners go. It does make my life a lot easier. Here's one right here. Okay. Okay, that's good. I got that down. Now, pretty sure this is a black. This should be a black screw. I thought, yeah, 100% that's for the black screw. I think that as well, but we'll try just in case. Yeah, that's not me. However, I know I can put you right over here. Okay. So that takes care of all of that. Now that's a really weird one. We're gonna try maybe back here. I think that's where these were from. Yeah, okay. Alright, we got that going good. Now these guys right here. Oops. I guess moved a little too fast on this one. So this guy needs to go on first. Then we can screw him in. So there's this little extra metal shielding. And I'm missing, looks like I'm missing all of the black screws for the case. There should be T8s, black Phillips, and silver Phillips that are tiny. Should have 2 very long ones for your PSU install. That is also not with this. However, for the most part, that is assembled good enough for government work. That's the bottom. This is the top. If I remember right. Go back first on this one, and then this guy just literally just slides in. Like so. Okay. Yeah, this one half did not click in right. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Might be because of that plastic light pipe. Is not too happy with me. I don't know what it's catching on. I can see where it's supposed to clip, and it's clipping right, but I guess that's okay. It looks a little funky. And that might just be... Okay, well, you know, it's good enough. It's good enough. And this one as well. Yeah, see, and that's bent. Now, that could just be bent because it's bent. Do we have to do front forward for both of these? I swear to God, it was top was front and the bottom was back. But oh, actually, you know what? That is right. Bottom is front and the top is back. That's literally just hook in like that. And slide over. Now, did I check to see if this one had a disc? That is a fully assembled PS4. I don't think. Well, actually, you know what? I think this one did actually have a disc in it. But we're gonna check. Nothing? Okay, nothing. Well, bam. We are done. I can literally add this to the pile of PS4s I need to do something with. So, I think at this point, we have fixed every single PS4 I have purchased. Yes, sir, we have, which is kind of a miracle. That one was not a very fun fix, and the other one I've got is also not been very fun. I don't know if this is going to fit or not. It does. Let's keep those power buttons aside. Now I did, unfortunately, I reflowed this port. But ultimately it does need to get replaced. And I have so much cleaning I have to do on this. It's legitimately not even funny. I'm not really looking forward to it. I cleaned off a lot already, and I still have a literal metric fuck ton left, including the PSU. Now I heard something. Not like it was a screw, but oh yeah, this one has issues with the disk drive as well. So even if I get this working 100%, yeah, it's gonna struggle. And you can see it's coated in just, I guess this guy was a smoker or something. This whole board is just coated in dust and grime, and it has been probably one of the grossest boards I've ever worked on. And I'm not a guy who really cares too much about dirt, but this was like, oh my lord, I just need to take a shower when I'm done with it. So we got this. So this one had a lot of loose pins. And before, that's a good point. I think before I end up just making my life more worse than it needs to be. Those look all pretty good. I'm going to check them one more time. Because, as we noticed, what I thought was solid was not solid. So let us just go and do a solid test. No, these are looking good so far. So when I got this, half of these legs were not soldered on. It looked like someone dropped it with the HDMI cable. And thankfully, it didn't damage any of the pads, which is pretty surprising because usually factory solder and a drop damage is death sentence for that last one was a little weird, but I think good enough. I don't know. I just think just to be sure. So the problem with this board was that it was flickering. The signal would come back and go off and come back and go off. And so I think there's internal damage on the pins here. So we'll just go ahead and go through these motions again. I think this time though, and for this needs to go up to 460, airflow to 60%. So this is an 1115A, and this is quite literally probably like the launch, what you would consider to be a launch edition of this console. So it is the very, very first, and I actually kind of like working on 1215s a lot more. They had some very interesting design choices with these early boards that I'm not a big fan of. Like the buttons are pretty old school in terms of how they work, but not fun. Okay, got that off. So we're gonna once again go against better judgment here. I think knowing what I know from before, good amount of solder on the pads. Now I should start wetting pretty good. See, folks, that's how it's supposed to go. I have no idea why that first board was like, this is literally all the time I was expecting to spend on these boards. It was just like that. And maybe having a retouch. But that looks like it is where I need it to be. course, we have to do the solid test still. But looking at the board, it is nice and flush to the board. And so now we gotta just continue on here and yeah, look at that. God, see, look, I might be an idiot, but I'm not that much of an idiot. And why in freaking heck this one fought me so much? Yeah, see, none of these are soldered on, which is fine, but all right, so we'll just go ahead and reflow this, add some more flux. And we might have to manually solder them, but it's okay. I think we'll be fine with a little bit of flux here. Or a lot of flux. That's fine. Just have to give it a nice good clean. Just try to make sure all those pins get coated. And then counterweight on the back. Actually, real quick, I'm going to change out the curve tweezers because I'm literally burning my fingers off here. There we go, it's much more comfortable. Yeah, I kind of thought that it looked like they didn't really solder, but okay, real quick on here. Just do a quick solid test and see how badly this is. Okay, that feels okay. I think we're good now. I mean, it still goes to show you, though, like, sometimes just things just don't go according to plan, even though that plan is so simple. It just, wants to fight you every step of the way. And unfortunately, the other one, decided it wanted to fight me every step of the way. So here we are. Oh, it looks so good, though. Of course, I'll look inside the port when I'm done here to make sure I didn't melt anything. Yeah, but you see how none of these are moving now. So all I needed was a little bit of flux, just a little bit more time. So if these were not attached, it would take me no pressure at all to move them. And I'm giving them a good solid tap. I'm not seeing anything. So now I'm going to just take a look on the inside here. And you can see that port is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous on the inside there. Now, the last little tiny bit of annoying shit that we do have to do is, well, actually, we did the hot drop on this one, huh? So No, that one could use a little bit. They all could use, I think, like a touch more solder. And then a clean on the back. Nothing major, but it would definitely help. Fortunately, I think once the iron goes into actual sleep mode, I've got to reboot it. Don't need you on anymore. And then we'll just, while we're waiting for that to boot, add ourselves a little bit of flux. Let's try not to melt this Ethernet port this time. I'd actually just legitimately need to bump the iron temp up some, but let's do it the easy way here. Alright. Get this guy. And this guy. Okay. Perfect. We're going to call that good. Honestly, I don't really feel like melting plastic or whatever to just force solder through the ground holes. Quite honest, it is, as long as we got something hooking those things together, we'll be okay. I think we're good. Ooh, I guess I kind of got shoved off camera there. I was just basically yeah, they're okay. That bottom right one could use a touch more, I guess, but we'll take a look on the other side real fast. See what's going on. Alright, one of my wireless mics is finished charging, so I'm going to stash you in your spot, and then we'll flip the board over here. Okay. So, just going to take a look here. There you are. Yeah. It's not the greatest. Front two are fine. This is where actually having inspection mode is a good thing. We're fine. I mean, we're fine. Yeah, see the solder Solder made it through. I mean, I could add a little bit extra more, but port's fine. Port feels fine. We're fine. Let's just go ahead and maybe just we're gonna clean up the flux here real quick. Just to have the area be a little bit cleaner. It's a little cramped in here, but should be good though. Just don't see. Little squeakies mean should be flux free. Oh, my passes are there. That's a literal perfect port job. Couldn't ask for a better install. Why that first board decided to be such a pain in my ass, we may never know. Okay, so now the fun part is testing this son of a bitch. The problem that we're gonna have, well, I don't think I can test this one right now until I get everything cleaned up, because I think what's gonna happen is it's just gonna thermal throttle. I have here, I'll show you folks what we're dealing with here real quick, and then you'll maybe understand why this one's gotta wait for more cleaning to be done here. It is really gross, and in fact I'm gonna have to see if I can actually legitimately take the fan apart, which I don't think I'm going to be able to. I might get lucky. Actually, you know, while we're here, because I really don't give a shit, there's this one screw right here holding this in, huh? 2 screws maybe? Alright, let's just look at that. Well, too late now. Let's see what this does. These, okay, yes, please just pull apart maybe. So that's just all right. Well, I'll be able to at least give that a deep clean. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I can remove the impeller from the motor. These two do seem to be fused. But I can at least pull the fan out, which is good, because I can probably get a good soak going on that. But yeah, this case is a travesty right now, and I just leave these fasteners in place so that I don't lose them. That's beyond the scope of the stream right now to do this. I'm just gonna have to do this off stream. I was planning on doing it on Friday, but I ended up getting caught up at work, so did not have the time to do it. So this one is going to have to remain unassembled and untested for now. It's just a fortunate scenario with it. Now this is a dead port. Just toss you. Kind of trying to get my workbench somewhat put back together here. Okay. All right, folks. Well, we didn't get to do what I really wanted to do today, which is honestly move on to the switches. We will just focus on that for next week, and call it a day for today. Anybody who did stop by, likes, follows, subscribes, yada yada yada. I do appreciate you. Hope I see you here next week. I hope the rest of your weekend is fantastic. I will be back next Saturday 100% because I absolutely have no other choice. I must get this done. I will be back next Saturday with my Mod Saturdays again for the first time in almost a month. We will be doing a Game Gear screen swap. I will be swapping my V1 TFT into a a non-modded Game Gear, and then I will be installing a V2 with IPS display on my personal machine, as well as a audio upgrade, and that will literally make my Game Gear the ultimate Game Gear. I don't think there's really anything else I could do to it besides adding in a modern shell, which I don't want to do. So, once I get that done, I think, barring any other screen advancement tech, we're going to be done. If I have time or if the parts arrive, we might actually get to modding that Lynx, because the mod itself is a drop-in. I may recap them anyway, since that needs to be done. And then we'll be back on next Sunday for another repair stream, which we will get to all the switches I didn't get to today, among some other ones. I have a lot of catch-up work to do on these switches, and then once all that is said and done, hopefully we can finally move on this Xbox Series X that I've had sitting here for ages now. But that being said, I do need to call it a day. It has been wonderful, very frustrating, but very rewarding. We did get the one PlayStation 100% working again, booting the home screen and running. We got the second one. We have the HDMI port installed properly, and that one went on nice and beautifully. And we'll be waiting for a proper clean and a test next week. I might do that off stream. You might never see this one again, or you might just see me pop in and just show you that it's working. Don't know, but it's definitely not really worth streaming me cleaning and scrubbing 40 years or however many years of tobacco soaked dirt. So that being said, I'm going to get myself some dinner, relax for the evening, and get ready for the week. And then hopefully I will see you all here next weekend.